Hey guys, just a heads up for this episode of the podcast. We talk about some not so friendly things that happen in the world. We're going to talk a lot about serial killers, people that eat each other, violence, demons, and whatnot. So if you're turned off by that kind of stuff, here's your warning, or else this is going to be a pretty wild podcast for you. Right, Kenny?
Yeah. I would not recommend watching if you get offended by that stuff easily, and if you don't, well then enjoy the podcast.
All right, take care, big boys.
Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome back to another Big Boys podcast.
Oh yeah.
Today we are going to talk about serial killers in Wisconsin, because about 95% of all serial killers originate from Wisconsin. That's a proven fact.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate.
So that's what I'm gonna be reading off a list of serial killers and what they did, and we're gonna get Samuel's reaction.
Oh yeah,
right? We might have a little few discussions about some of these that we both know. You know,
who knows?
Number one on the list, everybody should know. He's a big boy.
Oh.
Let's number one, the Milwaukee Cannibal, big boy Jeff Dahmer.
Yummy in my tummy.
Yeah, everybody knows him. He actually didn't start out in Wisconsin. He started out in Ohio. He killed his first person in Ohio, but then he moved to Wisconsin to live with his grandma.
Ooh.
And then he moved out from his grandma and moved into an apartment in Milwaukee, and then he fucked some dead bodies.
Wait, what?
He did this sex with some dead bodies.
He was into necrophilia?
Yeah, dude. He would kill him. He'd rape him, and then he'd throw the dead body in a freezer, and sometimes he'd eat the dead body.
I know that the part about eating that. I did not know that he was a necrophiliac, though.
Oh yeah, dude. He had, because he couldn't have sex with them when they were alive. So
modern problems require the simplest solution.
modern solutions. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Right?
Exactly. Did he do that to his grandma? Just curious.
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
That'd be another.
I think his grandma died of natural causes after he was in jail. But he killed a total of 17 people in Milwaukee. So
did he eat everybody that he killed?
Not everybody he killed. Some people he just disposed of using acid and stuff. But
where do you think you get your hands on that? Was he a chemist? I wonder.
I don't
high
know
school
where
teacher.
High school teacher.
High school chemistry teacher.
Because he attracted all those high school boys. Yeah, and it was all boys too. He was gay.
Oh, I didn't even know. Really?
That's also another thing. Yeah, he was homosexual.
Yeah. Wow. I thought I knew about this.
You didn't know that? You didn't know he was homo?
I just thought that Jeffrey Dahmer was a dude who lived in Milwaukee and ate people.
Yeah. Wow. Kind of scared that I know that much.
Nice.
Let's go number 2. All right. Ed Gein.
The science
the butcher
guy. Sorry.
The butcher of Plainfield. He committed 2 murders in. Technically, I'm not sure if this would be considered a serial killer, because he only killed 2 people.
Are you sure?
I mean, let me finish reading this. Okay, we'll find out. He committed 2 murders in 1954 and 1957 in Plainfield, Wisconsin, but is most widely known for digging up corpses from local graveyards.
That's it. That's why. Because, yeah, I get you.
Gein used pieces of women's bodies to decorate his home. When he was caught for his second murder in 1957, police found a lampshade made from the skin of a human.
You've seen A Christmas Story, right?
Yeah.
If you thought that dad, bless his soul, was weird for having that lamp statue thing of a woman's leg.
Of the woman's leg. This guy did it for real.
Yeah, this is for realsies now. Because why go out and buy the live, laugh, love stuff to put in your apartment when you can get a personalized person?
Right?
It's not like they're going to do anything.
And Samuel was saying before that Ed Gein was part of the inspiration for what was it, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw
Massacre. Yeah.
So
Wearing.
that's a fun fact. Welcome to Wisconsin.
I know something about him. I'm pretty sure he once said that he wanted to literally crawl into his mother's skin. So that's cool.
That's weird.
I know.
People from Wisconsin are weird.
Have we not established that yet?
I mean, we're from there, so yeah, we're pretty weird.
We're self-admitted.
Yeah, acceptance is key. We're not gonna be crazy psychos like these guys.
Yes.
All right, number 3, John McCaffrey. He's the only person. McCafe? McDonald's?
Coffee latte.
Yeah. He's the only person to ever be executed by the state of Wisconsin. What a guy!
See, I didn't.
It was in
Go on.
It was in 1851. So
3 years after we became a state.
So yeah, 3 years and he's the only one we ever executed. 3 years after we became a state. What a guy!
I didn't know that.
You know what happened? We've been there before.
Walt Disney World.
Kenosha.
Kenosha,
Wisconsin.
The Kenosha Kickers from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Do you get that reference?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. John Candy. What a G.
Dude, when he was hanged, because it was 1851. So how else are they gonna execute people?
Guns.
Those weren't invented yet.
Of course.
Just kidding. They were.
Did you just say 1581?
18.
Okay, I was gonna say I was really wrong. If it was 1581,
no.
That'd be the French or something.
He was hanged in front of a crowd of 2,000 to 3,000 people. That's like the whole state of Wisconsin right there.
You see, now if you were a young strapping lad at that time, and your girl's losing interest in you, what else to reignite the love of passionate youth like witnessing an execution live?
Right?
That's so romantic.
Oh, here we go. Here's more information on this and why Wisconsin hasn't executed anybody else since then.
Yeah. Is it?
He was charged with first-degree murder after drowning his wife in a cistern in his backyard. I guess a cistern is probably a well.
Okay.
It's my guess. I don't know what a cistern is.
Oh, sort of ish, yeah. You said sister.
Not
even my sister.
My sister. This ain't Alabama. I apologize if you're listening from Alabama.
I apologize to all our Alabamian listeners out there. Hick on, everybody.
After his death, the death penalty was abolished in Wisconsin.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
So he was the reason that we don't do the death penalty.
I wonder if it was botched really poorly. They dropped him from the platform or whatever, but they miscalculated the rope length and it was too long.
And he touched the ground.
Yeah. Oh, good times. Good times.
Beautiful. All right, let's go. Number 4.
Yeah, let's do it.
This guy's got a pretty weird name. Edward Wayne.
Edward Wayne.
Edward Wayne Edwards.
Oh, that was...
His first and last name is Edward.
That's pretty cool.
He murdered 5 people, 2 of which were a couple in Wisconsin in 1980, and it was later called the Sweetheart Murders. What the heck?
Why was he called
Edwards
that?
This is recent, bro. Some of this is kind of
What
recent.
year we talking, bro?
He literally just got caught.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Edwards was sentenced to death for the murder of an Ohio boy in 2011 and just kidding. I tried to skip ahead and I saw the year 2017 in there and I was like, whoa. Okay. But he died of natural causes in prison 1 month later, but it wasn't until 2017 that he was connected to the Sweetheart, that it was discovered that he was connected to the Sweetheart murders.
So he was already dead by them, but they just connected him to more crimes.
Yeah. When it was his daughter. His daughter tipped off the police about his possible involvement in it.
Betrayed by your own
and
blood.
A detective in Wisconsin suspects that Edwards has ties to at least 5 to 7 more murders he was never convicted of. Well, I mean, what's the point in doing it now? He's dead.
Yeah, not.
Jeez.
I mean, I guess clearance for the fair, whatever you want to call it, peace for the family who thought that their loved ones were killed by some random dude. Now know who it was.
Yeah. I guess. Let's go to number 5. It's wild that they didn't discover 1980 that the Sweetheart murders were in, and they didn't find out he did it until 2 years ago now.
Huh. Well,
It's weird.
interesting.
Oh, here we go. Another Milwaukee guy. Milwaukee's wild.
Yummy, yummy.
Walter E. Ellis. Milwaukee North Side Strangler was his nickname. He from the North Side.
North side of town, yay.
He. Oh, that's wow. He raped and strangled 7 African American women in Milwaukee from 1986 to 2007.
We talking about a hate crime here then?
No, I mean he's African American too.
Oh,
I
okay.
think he was just a horn dog.
What? What does that mean?
Well, he said he raped.
Is that some sort of hood nickname for a rapist?
He's a horn dog. He just wanted to get some puss.
Yo,
I mean, I'm not
horn dog. What
I'm
up,
not
boy?
I'm not trying to make like light of it, but I'm just saying that's
It sounds to me like there's a
work on
clear connection between horn dogs and corn dogs. I mean,
mean-
you eat one.
corn dog. Ellis was not arrested for the murders until 2009, but had already served 5 years for reckless endangerment. I don't know what that means. Was he driving drunk too?
Probably screwing around too much and almost killed somebody.
He pleaded not guilty to all 7 counts of murder, but was still convicted and given 7 consecutive life sentences.
So smart. Wow.
In 2013, he died of natural causes in a hospital in South Dakota.
North Dakota. South. Wait, was he transferred there?
Probably.
All right, interesting.
Next, number 6. This one doesn't even have a picture of the guy. It's a picture of some weird city. David Spanbauer. That last name sounds really familiar.
I guess it's because it's the last name of somebody we know.
Oh, shoot. Serial rapist and killer throughout the state of Wisconsin in the 1990s. This guy's weird. It was two 10 and 12-year-old girls. That's not okay.
Oh crap!
People are fucked up.
I mean, we're
People are
messed
weird.
up, but there's another level of messed
This is a
up.
whole new level. Spanbauer. I feel bad for whoever we know that here's this last guy's name.
Oh.
He grabbed them while they were riding their bikes, but then
Crap,
2 years later, he broke into an Appleton home and killed a 21-year-old resident, Trudy Jeschke. I don't know who that is. But anyways,
All right.
Spanbauer, oh my god. Wait till you hear his sentence, bro. Spanbauer was later sentenced to 3 life terms in prison without parole for 403 years.
He'll be out in no time.
That's overkill, bro. But, he died in 2002 in prison. Thank God.
So, and not to get us off topic too much, but why do people put multiple life sentences on somebody? Is it just to show the severity of a crime?
Well, no. 1 life sentence is 60 years. So
Oh.
depending on the age when they're there,
So if he was 10 years old,
he could still survive. He could still survive a life sentence. That's why they add on multiple.
I don't think anybody in the history of Earth has been allowed for more than 2 life sentences.
Yeah.
Plus 480 years of parole.
Yeah.
Dude, America hasn't even existed that long.
Yeah, but 400 years of
That's what it's
parole. That's wild. Without parole, that's 400 years.
So I'm trying to think. This is really roughly. I can't remember everything from world history class, but it was the 1680s when the people in Jamestown came over. I want to say, So let's tack 400 years onto that. That would be 2080. So if that guy was just not in life sentences, but he started parole when the dudes in Jamestown rolled up on the scene, he'd still be in parole today.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's oh my gosh.
Wow, damn.
All right. That's a big sentence.
Damn.
Let's move on. Number 7. Chai Vang. Murder record of 6 people in Wisconsin.
Rookie numbers.
We gotta pump those numbers
Pump
up.
those rookie numbers up.
Vang went hunting with friends in northwest Wisconsin when he accidentally trespassed on a group of men's hunting land. One of the men approached Vang, telling him that he was on private property, and later the entire group approached him and supposedly started yelling racial slurs. Well, honestly...
Wait, so
they were
he
yelling.
accidentally went onto private property and a bunch of white
Yeah.
dudes with guns came up to them, started yelling at him.
Yeah, and yelling racial slurs at him, and he reacted by firing off his rifle at the group of men, eventually leaving 6 dead and 2 injured.
Holy crap.
Honestly, they were harassing him.
Okay, yeah, dude, harassment is one thing, but to combat that with murder is another.
That's...
I mean,
I guess.
What do you do? Pull a pistol out of his pants and like, was it his 6?
No, it was his rifle because he was hunting.
He was hunting. Okay.
Yeah, and he accidentally went onto private property while he was hunting.
So, I really don't mean.
This isn't GTA. He's not pulling a pistol out of his back pocket.
Okay, so this is what I imagined at first. I thought that this was just some clueless Asian man in his car, like got out, was walking around, turned out to be on private property, and then like guys just came up, started yelling at him, and he pulled out his pistol or something. But okay, if he was hunting, that makes it a little less badass. But oh well, murder isn't cool.
And this guy's still alive. Poor guy.
But poor guy, you murdered people, dude.
Well, they were calling him racial slurs.
What is wrong with you?
It's not okay. We don't call people racial slurs.
I get that, but you don't murder them because of it.
He continues to serve his sentence of 6 consecutive life terms plus another 70 years on top of that.
Okay, so he gets 6 life sentences, but 70 years on parole. Come on, what's going on here, Wisconsin? Really?
No, that's without parole. No parole.
Oh, no parole.
There's no chance.
Oh, okay, never mind. The other guy had a chance of parole at least if he made it past those 180 years of life.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, what do we got next?
Number 8. Whoa, this guy's a looker. Terry Ratzman.
Yum. Sounds like a good
shot
name.
up his church in Brookfield, Wisconsin.
Okay. Dude, I used to live like 2 minutes from Brookfield.
Yeah, it was in 2005, bro.
Oh, I was there in 2009.
Ah, dang it.
4 years too late. Damn it.
Ah, man, I could have got shot.
Oh, it makes me sick.
He killed 7 members of the congregation. He was upset about a sermon the minister had given several weeks prior, and in turn fired 22 rounds into the living church of God, killing the minister, the minister's son, and 5 others. That's...
Damn.
Okay, that is...
That's
After the shooting, Ratzman returned to his room at the Sheraton Hotel and shot and killed himself.
Well, what a fitting ending.
Well, we know where he's going. Purgatory.
The old how to get out of jail free card, eh?
Yeah, that's right. If you commit a crime, just shoot yourself and you won't go to jail.
Please don't do that in real life.
Don't do that. Please don't. Please don't. Don't commit a crime.
Don't kill yourself for the love of God.
Let's go to number 9.
All right, what's number 9?
Radcliffe
Daniel Radcliffe. Sorry.
Wow.
Harry Potter.
Oh my God! Guess what?
What?
This one also took place in Brookfield, Wisconsin. in 2012.
And where?
Brookfield.
Really?
2012.
Well, okay, I want to listen to this. What happened here?
It was Radcliffe Houghton was the shooter in the 2012 Azana Spa shootings in Brookfield.
Oh, yes! Dude, I remember when that happened. I lived like 10 minutes away from that. I remember going by there a day or two later, and they were like, the whole place was shut down.
He went to the spa in search of his ex-wife, Zena, who worked there at the time. Houghton shot and killed 2 people inside the spa before killing his ex-wife and eventually himself.
Oh, dude, I remember when that happened. It's crazy.
Now that we're getting into the ones that we were alive for, this is wild. Except I don't remember that because I didn't watch the news when I was 12.
I remember, this isn't like a serial murder case thing, but there was a hotel down the street from where I used to live when I lived down that way, and there's like 1 or 2 kids that drowned in one night there.
What the heck?
Yeah. All right, on with the uplifting podcast.
Okay, number 10. Okay, we're back to Jeff Dahmer.
Again, he's so good he makes the list twice.
Yeah, I guess.
Damn. All right.
Here, let's read up. I'm gonna read this and see if we missed anything.
I hear the cops
It
outside
was
right now.
dismemberment of 17 boys and men from 1978 to 1991. At the age of 18, that was his first murder.
Dang, starting him young. I'm older than he was.
Except this actually wasn't his first murder though. It was his first murder in Wisconsin, but it wasn't his first overall murder.
He was even
It was his
younger
second.
yet?
Yeah, he when he lived in Ohio, he killed somebody in Ohio. But his first murder in Wisconsin was an 18-year-old hitchhiker in Milwaukee.
Dang.
Just wait till you hear his term. Sentenced to 15 terms of life imprisonment.
Can we get, or that would be what, 15 times 6 is, that's not 600, is it?
I can't do that, man.
No, it definitely would be. It would be 750? Because 10 times 6 is 600. No, so it would be another 9, or another 300, so 900. I think. Maybe. Probably wrong. Go on.
He got a 16th term added on 3 months later.
Oh, now he's done.
For the murder of his the first victim from Ohio.
Now he's really got no chance of getting out. Before he did, but with that 16th life term tacked on, no hope there, brother.
He died in prison in 1994 when he was beaten over the head with a metal bar by one of his inmates.
I heard a story that he actually converted over to Christianity right before he died.
Yeah, it's funny. We heard the same story because we heard it from the same guy.
It's funny we did.
I honestly, if he converted and he's in heaven, there's nothing wrong with that.
Dude,
he converted.
Imagine if he's in heaven and he sees the guys who he ate. It's not fun. Ooh. It's not funny, but I'm just saying.
That would be an awkward time.
You think it's awkward when your date denies your prom visit? Just wait.
You'll get this, bro.
What?
Here's number 11.
Let's hear it.
Christopher Scarver, Milwaukee murderer who is most get this. He also was serial killer in Milwaukee, but he killed Jeffrey Dahmer in jail. He was the one who did it.
What? So Jeffrey Dahmer got killed by a fellow brother?
By a fellow
fellow brother of mass murder.
What the heck? That's wild. Scarver was originally convicted of the murder of a supervisor and site manager at the Wisconsin Conservation Corps training program.
Okay.
After murdering Dahmer, Scarver received 2 more life sentences, of which he's still serving today. So
it's like Dark Souls or Bloodborne. You absorb your enemies' souls that they've taken after you kill them. So he gets 16 life sentences tacked onto his.
Yeah, but that's wild. That another That another serial killer killed a serial killer? What?
It's good. It's good to be king. Long live the king.
Yo, I think that cancels out then.
There's a shift.
like
There's a shift in power.
I think it's like PEMDAS or something. It
Cancels each other out, dude. Dang, that's powerful. That's powerful, man. I don't want to say good job, dude, but I mean, murder is still murder. All right. How long does this list go on for?
We're seeing. That was the end of that list. Looking up other lists to see if there's ones that they didn't have.
All right. Well, while we're in this short break section, now's a perfect time to tell you about our new sponsor for the podcast, Big Boys Anonymous. That's right. If you head over to Big Boys Anonymous right now on YouTube, they're uploading God of War videos. Thanks, guys, for supporting the podcast. Haha.
Thanks so much.
We appreciate you a lot, and you know.
Here we go. Here's one. Joseph Paul Franklin.
All right, let's hear it.
He was a racist killer, responsible for 18 slayings.
Wait, 18 slayings, like slain words?
That's what it says. It says slayings, like he killed 18 people.
Oh, I thought this was SLANG, like responsible for saying 18 slain words.
Nah. Including 2 in Madison. He gunned down a young biracial couple at East Town Mall in August 1977.
1977.
He went on a killing spree in the late 1970s and early 1980s, fueled by his hatred of anybody that's not his skin color.
Which we can assume was white.
Yeah. He also robbed banks, so that was a good side job for him, I guess.
Good side quest mission to gain up some bucks. Where did this happen?
Madison.
Oh, I know that place.
Yeah. He wasn't sentenced in Wisconsin. He was sentenced to death in Missouri for shooting a synagogue member near St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
And
they got him down south.
He died at 63 by lethal injection. So Missouri has the death penalty still. So
crank up that juice.
Let's remember that. Okay, there's Jeff again. There's Spanbauer again. There's Ellis again.
While you look for a new person, I could tell everybody how Al Capone was in Wisconsin for a while. One of his hideouts was up here.
Al Capone's a savage. He's an OG, bro.
Al Capone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
like he's literally an original gangster.
He is the original. He's the OG of OG. Like, that's so fourth wall breaking. That's like 16 walls busted.
Wow. States with the most serial murder? Let's see. Wisconsin's probably number 1.
Watch it be. I feel like it's either Kansas or New York.
Okay, number 10 states with the most serial murder.
Number 10.
Number 10 is Oklahoma.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the Oklahoma City bombings.
Number 9 is Utah.
Oh, okay.
Number 8 is Tejas, Texas.
Tejas? Yeah. Okay.
7 is Louisiana.
Oh, Bayou.
6 is Oregon, or however you say it.
Interesting.
5 is Washington.
State or D.C.?
State.
State. What's happening in the Pacific Northwest?
4 is Cali.
I was just going to say one of them has to be California with the Zodiac Killer.
Total number of serial killings, 1,507.
Wow.
That's wild. 3 is Florida.
Yeah.
2 is Nevada.
One has to be Wisconsin. Come on.
Wait, how is 2 Nevada? Total number of serial killings is 98, and compared to California's 1,000. Bro.
Maybe it's just well known.
I think that's a little
More well known.
what the heck? Wisconsin's not even on this list.
What?
Number 1 is Alaska.
Alaska.
With a total number of serial killings, 51.
51.
This list is wrong.
What? That's probably the least. Are you sure it's not like the top 10 safest places or something?
Goodness.
You know, while we're on it,
This list is wrong. I don't like that.
why don't we should look up stuff about? You should tell me more about the Zodiac Killer. Have you ever read up on that?
The Zodiac Killer?
Dude,
Let's look up.
The Zodiac Killer is a super fascinating case because I mean the dude was never caught, and I don't want to say.
Also, he's like Jack. So he's like Jack the Ripper.
Well, yeah, he evaded police, but he also taunted them a lot with letters and whatnot. And
The Zodiac Killer, or was a serial killer who operated in Northern California from late 1960 to early 1970s. Killer's identity remains unknown. The Zodiac murdered victims in Benicia, Vallejo, Lake Berryessa, and San Fran between December 1968 and October 1969. Wow. 4 men and 3 women between the ages of 16 and 29 were targeted.
yeah,
Killer originated the name Zodiac in a series of taunting letters sent to the Bay Area press. These letters included 4 cryptograms or ciphers. Of the 4 cryptograms sent, only 1 has been definitively solved. Yo, this sounds like a job for like Batman. This is some Riddler type stuff that this guy's pulling, bro.
it really does.
Like, in a world where superheroes are a big thing, how come nobody's like tried to decipher the other 3? Maybe, you know.
Yeah, there's
Suspects have been named by law enforcement and amateur investigators.
and it's a good chance that he's dead by now. I think, right? Because that happened. That happened a long time ago.
Probably. It was like 30 years ago. But no conclusive evidence has surfaced. The San Fran Police Department marked the case inactive in 2004, but it reopened at some point prior to March 2007. The case remains open in the city of Vallejo, as well as in Napa County and Solano County. The California Department of Justice has maintained an open case file on the Zodiac murders since 1969. So only San Francisco closed it, but it looks like it's reopened.
Yeah,
37 murders and letters to the newspapers.
isn't that crazy?
Investigators agree only 7 confirmed victims, 2 of whom survived. Shoot.
Yeah.
Suspected, here we go. Robert Domingos, Cherry Joe Bates, Donna Lass. There's also a suspected third these are escapees from the Zodiac Killer. So there's like 4 people that they think escaped from him.
Do you have a favorite, like, I know it's a really bad word, but like serial killer? Do you have a favorite one or case?
What? I like the Jack the Ripper stories, man.
You like Jack the Ripper?
Yeah, I know it's old and stuff, but like he was the first, like, or she, like, they have no idea if it was male or if
exactly.
Jack was male or female. Like, if I could go back in time, I'd definitely try to solve those cases, man. When time travel is made, I'd fucking solve the shit out of that.
Have I ever told you, or have you ever heard of the Axeman of New Orleans?
The Axeman? I think so.
Okay, this is my favorite case by far. I just love the theatrics in it. So, I'm gonna read you off this information by Wikipedia, who wants you to donate to them right now. So,
yeah, $3.
Get on that internet.
Save a life.
Save a child. All right. So the Axeman of New Orleans was an American serial killer in New Orleans, Louisiana, and surrounding communities from May 1918 to October 1919. He's never been caught. The murders remain unsolved. So here, as the killers, I don't know what that word is, implies the victims were usually attacked by an axe, which often actually belonged to the victims themselves. Because, I mean, back then a lot of people had axes and whatnot in their houses.
Oh, yeah.
In most cases, a panel on the back of the door of a home was removed by a chisel, which were both left on the floor near the door, followed by an attack on one or more of the residents with either an axe or a straight razor. The crimes were not motivated by robbery, and the perpetrator never removed items from his victims' houses. The majority of the Axeman's victims were Italian immigrants or Italian Americans, leading many to believe that the crimes were ethnically motivated. Many media outlets sensationalized this aspect of the crimes, even suggesting mafia involvement despite lack of evidence. That looks boring. Let's see. A less plausible theory is that the killer committed the murders in an attempt to promote jazz music. I'll get to that in a bit. Suggested by a letter to the killer, from the killer to police. So this is the Axeman's letter to the New Orleans Police Department, dated March 13th, 1919, and the author's name is Hell. So this is what he says. They have never caught me, and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, even as the ether that surrounds your earth. I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest part of hell. I am what you Orleanians and your foolish police call the Axeman. When I see fit, I shall come and claim other victims. I alone know whom they shall be. I shall leave no clue except my bloody axe, besmeared with the blood and brains of he who I have sent below to keep me company. If you wish, you may tell the police to be careful or not to rile me. Of course, I am a reasonable spirit. I take no offense to the way they have conducted their investigations in the past. See a bunch of boring stuff. Okay, now let's get to the good part. Undoubtedly, you Orleanians think of me as a horrible murderer, which I am, but I could be much worse if I wanted to. If I wished, I could pay a visit to your city every night, and I would slay thousands of your best citizens and the worst, for I am in close relationship with the angel of death. Now, at exactly 12:15 earthly time on next Tuesday, I'm going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I'm going to make a little proposition for you people. Here it is. I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the nether regions, that every person shall be spared in a home that has a jazz band in full swing at the time that I have mentioned. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, then the better for you people. One thing is certain, and that is some of you who do not jazz it out on this Tuesday night will get the axe. Well, I am cold and crave the warmth of my native Tartarus, and it is about time I leave your earthly home. I will cease my discourse, hoping that thou wilt publish this, that it may go well with thee, and I have been, am, and will be the worst spirit that ever existed, or in fact, this realm of fancy. Signed, the Axeman. So, this dude basically sends this note saying that he won't murder anybody on this specific night if everybody in the city plays jazz music. And so on this night, everybody in New Orleans goes to either a jazz concert or they have jazz music playing in their house. And nobody in the city died that night.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a savage.
So yeah, that's the story of the Axeman of New Orleans. Anything else you want to add?
Man, I'm reading up on this Zodiac Killer. This guy's a G.
You want to tell us some more about it?
I'm reading his letters. Some of them. The one that they deciphered, the symbol cipher.
Yes.
I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all to kill. Mm-hmm. Something gives me the most thrilling experience. It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl. The best part is that when I die, I will be reborn in paradise, and those I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name because you will try to slow me down or stop my collecting of slaves for my afterlife. What a guy.
That's just creepy, dude, isn't it? That's just weird.
Yeah, it is. But then later, up in this page, in that one they deciphered out of the 18 that that he sent. says, "Why won't give you my name?" But then later on, he's writing letters where he's trying to hint at who he is.
He won't give it directly, maybe, but he'll indirectly
Yeah,
give you clues or something. I don't know.
That's like, yeah, this is like some stuff straight out of a comic book.
Yeah, it basically is. There's a lot of, besides serial killers, there's a lot of just interesting cases and mysteries that we could talk about on some episodes of this podcast.
Yeah, dude.
Halloween special.
Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
This is
Man.
Halloween.
Halloween's the best holiday.
Is it? We could talk about the history of Halloween and Hallows Eve and the pagan rituals and the hoo-has and the Catholics.
Satan.
And yeah, there's a lot
Jack.
to it.
Jack the Big Boy Ripper.
Jack can rip me open any night he or she pleases. I'd prefer it to be
Wow.
a she, but beggars can't be
They think-
choosers.
They thought that Jack the Ripper could have been a midwife.
Oh, because of the medical knowledge?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the medical knowledge, and they'd be the only ones that are like able to get away with kind of being out late at night, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
because births happen all the time.
Can't stop birth.
So let me find where. So if it was a midwife, it would be Jane the Ripper. Then that's the other name.
Wow, Jane the Ripper.
Jane.
Acting
how
like-
iconic.
Acting like the name Jack can't be applied to a girl.
It's 2019. We can keep it
It's
Jack.
2019. That's jacked up, man. The Jack Master.
Yeah, I think that's wild. Could have been a midwife. Honestly, that's probably the best bet that they had.
They had some suspects, I think, but it kind of just led to like dead ends, or they couldn't prove anybody that actually did it. I can't remember everything from that
Yeah.
case, but I read about it like one time, saw a couple things about it, but
Man, if time travel is ever invented, I'd go back and I'd change history hella much by solving Jack the Ripper's case.
if time travel was ever invented, history would already have been altered.
Or maybe I just failed to solve the case.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm still trying to solve the case. Maybe I got trapped in
Oh, who knows?
in
Plot twist.
that time period. Shoot. Well,
Time travel's
we'll
a
find
whole
out.
other thing to get into another time.
yeah, we'll find out someday.
Oh yeah, we will.
Yeah.
This has been it's been a wild ride listening to all these serial killers around Wisconsin and some of the world.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add on?
I mean, the world's messed up. Sorry if you found any of the jokes or it's the comments we said offensive. We definitely weren't
Yeah,
trying.
We're gonna put it in at the beginning of the video, basically just saying if you're sensitive to this kind of stuff, don't watch because we cracked a couple too many jokes. Maybe mostly me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, but
yeah, but yeah, thanks for listening.
have a safe night.
We'll be back with you next week with another delightful podcast for you guys.
Heck yeah, every Saturday.
So until then, stay safe. Don't go outside late at night, and
Yeah, we'll see you, big boys.
always carry a flashlight. See ya.
See ya.